Are you asking God for step 2, 3, 4, and 5, all before taking the step 1 that He gave you? If this sounds like you, it's time to get into it. Hi, I'm Joe. Welcome back. This is the Ultimate Love Letter. Thank you for joining the conversation. And isn't this like us all? Needing to know every single detail before we take the first step. But God has never operated like that. If we are asking God to reveal step 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you know that He already showed you step 1, but you want to know more details, let's say it straight up what's happening. You don't trust God. So there is no way God is going to move without your trust. It's that simple. And here's the interesting thing. He's not even asking you to figure it out. He's just saying, can you trust me with this step 1? That step 1 might be the smallest, teeniest, tiniest thing, like getting in the car and taking a drive. This convo is inspired by a beautiful girlfriend that I met in Bali several years ago, and we have remained in contact ever since. Just get in the car. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to know where you're going. What is the step 1 that God has for you to do today? We're not talking about tomorrow. We're not talking about where the step 1 is going to lead. You want to know where it's going to lead? Take the first step. And as we take the first step, now we are demonstrating to God, but He already knows. But really, we're demonstrating to ourselves finally where we are at with God, with our belief system, our belief within ourselves. Oftentimes, when we are suffering from anguish, anxiety, depression, it is because we are living misaligned with the very thing you hear your soul telling you to do. So, of course, you're in pain. Of course, you're in discomfort. Of course, you're riddled with anxiety. You know where you ought to be going, but we are refusing to move because we are giving into the fear that looks like not taking the first step that God has asked us to take. Of course, you're in anxiety. Of course, you're living with like this sense of depression, this sense of lack of purpose. You already have the answers within. God is showing you exactly where you need to be stepping forward, and yet you refuse to take that step. So, the very misalignment of not taking the first step is producing the pain that you're feeling. And here's the thing, that pain is never going to let up because you are meant to move forward. You don't have to have it all figured out. The calling that you hear crying within you, that is enough to know that where you're going to be headed is meant to relieve the pain that you're feeling right now. The pain of staying the same or the pain of growing, we have to decide which pain we're going to live with. I'm going to give you a shortcut here. The pain of growing is only painful just as you're going through that fear. When you're deciding to move in spite of fear, right? Move with the fear. That's the only pain. Once you've walked through that moment, you're already through the other side. Relief from that moment, relief from that pain. The pain that we're experiencing is simply a guiding post that's saying it's time to get out of here. It's time to move forward. I know it's scary, loved one. I know, I get it. It's uncertain. We don't have it all figured out, but are you going to just stay here on the sidelines, wallowing in despair, wallowing in this depression, wallowing in this anxiety? Are you really prepared to go to your grave with all those what ifs and never relieving yourself of the discomfort until you go to the grave? For God's sake, get out of your own way and just pull the Band-Aid off and go straight through it. The reward is on the other side of this painful moment. If God is saying get in the car, you're meant to leave this place, but you don't know what you're going to do with your pets. You don't know what you're going to do about the finances. You don't know what you're going to do as far as where you're going to live and where you're going. You don't have to know. All you know and consider yourself blessed is you heard God say, get in the car. Ding, ding, ding. You've heard the divine. He is leading you. You have connected to the ultimate GPS, and the signal is there. It's wide open. Follow that signal. You can trust where it leads. The only ones who speak about the great life that they're experiencing, the ones that you see, that you admire online, the ones that you admire on TV, they followed that very signal, the same one that you're afraid to follow right now. Get in the car. Your breakthrough is on the other side of that one step. And as you're in the car, God is going to lead you exactly where He wants you. You're going to be met with who's going to take care of the pets. You're going to be met with where the next money manna is going to come from heaven. He is going to give you inspired action to take that is meant to bring the manna. He is going to lead you to your next resting place, your next home, your next destination. Because you have stepped into the bravery of moving with the fear. God will never forsake you when you're going where He says go. Where He says go, He promises to fund it. He promises to protect you. He promised to not ever allow you to lose that signal. You're tapped in on your step 1. He is not going to leave you without revealing step 2. And as you step into step 2, guess what? Now you're stepping into your belief, your trust. Now maybe He'll drop step 3, 4, and 5 on you. Because you're finally following the signal. You're finally in the car. Staying in places that you've outgrown, and you know it. You know it. You can recite it out loud, the anxiety you're feeling. It usually sounds like this. I have outgrown my hometown. I've outgrown my job. I've outgrown my friends, this relationship I'm in, my parents. I feel like I'm destined for more. If this sounds like you and you are riddled in anxiety, the very thing that you want to do, which is book that trip, take that flight, book that train ride, those are from God guiding you. Those are the steps He is asking you to take. Follow that. It's more than just you. Sometimes we think, oh, this is just me, right? This is just my thinking mind. This is just my ego, perhaps. This is just me. This is not God. No. If it's burning inside of you, if it's causing you anxiety and you're feeling like, oh my God, I'm terrified to do this thing, that is God. That's how it looks. It looks terrifying. It looks paralyzing. But the relief is on the other side of that paralyzation. That then becomes your first testimony. How you moved with the fear and God caught you on the other side. Bingo! Now you have a testimony to share and encourage others to come the same way. And I mean, when I say the same way, I mean following their calling the same way, moving with the fear. The fear, I don't know if you haven't figured it out yet, but the fear is always going to be there. But the fear is the voice of God guiding us through it to the promised land. That's how it works. It's all fear. It's all moving forward with the fear. And it's all victories that you can now shout to the other side who are going to come following in your footsteps. That's how it works. It's all that. Think of it like a grand adventure into freedom. It's going to look terrifying, is going to look dark and unknown. You are meant to move anyway because you heard God speak. And as you cross through to the other side, you shout to the ones that are behind you, hey, the coast is clear. Follow the guidance that God is giving you. That anxiety welling up inside of you is only going to grow louder. It's only going to get more painful. It's only going to get even more deeper until you move. It is meant to actually move you. Get out of your own way. Give yourself relief right here. For God's sake, move. God's got you. Thank you so much for joining this convo. I would love to thank all of our new YouTube subscribers. We are now coming up on close to 1,500 subscribers. I don't even know when it happened. I lost count at 777. If you are new here, just know I am praying that God reveals Himself deeply into your life. I am praying over every person who has subscribed. Also, if you found us on Amazon or Apple or Spotify, wherever you're listening, make sure that you are subscribed there as well. And if you haven't checked out our book, Fake Ass Vegan, a book on balance, make sure that you check that out. That is available on Amazon right now. And we have our official The Ultimate Love Letter shop, which is told.shop. It's linked in our show notes. And everything in our World Treasure collection is coming with free shipping to the US. And check me out on Instagram, Threads. All of those links are there as well. It's an honor to be of service. And if you're being led to support this mission, there's a couple of links there as well. And I'm praying over every single offering. Thank you so much for being a part of our mastermind. It's me, it's you, it's God. Until next time, love yourself and love others. We'll chat again real soon. Bye for now.